right at the heart of everything Arsenal did.
So it finishes Arsenal 2, Wolves 0. What that means is that Arsenal go top of the Premier League. Liverpool in action tomorrow at Craven Cottage. Manchester City have to wait till Thursday because of their FA Cup commitments. But as it stands, Arteta's side 1 point clear. Winning against Chelsea, of course, on Tuesday would see them go 4 clear. Frank Leboeuf in his beautiful tan back with us.
This is not good, Daniel.
What's not good?
I'm going to sit out here.
OK.
I'm only going to say one thing.
Right.
And then I'm going to go behind the curtain.
OK.
This is a problem.
Oh, what's the problem?
Arsenal are top of the league. And this man has been piping on for months that that's not good.
I know. You don't like them being top of the league.
You like to have
you
them
like
coming
them
chasing from behind.
Not at this stage.
Oh, 6 games to go. Oh, man. They got the job after what happened against Bayern, how poor they were. It was about the result more than the performance day, wasn't it?
At this stage of the season, for me, it's all about just getting the result. It's just about getting the result. I mean, listen, you have to give them credit for getting the result today. They've shown big character. I think it was this time almost identical last year where they dropped. They had those 3 games against Liverpool, West Ham and Southampton, and they dropped those points, and that was kind of the end of the title race for them. And this is a clear sign that, you know, they've gone over that little hurdle. You know, it's been a tough week, and it could have been a lot worse. And they knew they had to get a result today. And I feel that is an improvement from last season. Listen, there's still 6 games to go, obviously, but I like those little signs that they can bounce back quickly, especially after a Champions League exit, which is never easy. But I think at the end of the day, they didn't have the greatest Champions League campaign this season. They didn't light up the Champions League. It was their first year back in the Champions League for quite some time, and they had to earn that right to get back in the Champions League, which isn't easy. It's a different animal, the Champions League. I think for them to have been knocked out that way and gotten a result away at Wolves tells you that they have come a long way. They've come a long way, and it's those type of games that change the perception of the team, the perception of the manager. I think they've improved defensively over this season, and you know, they might just fall short still. We don't know, but for me, the team is still on an upward trajectory, and that's the most important thing.
Does today change anything around Arsenal and their title chances?
It's a great response from a bad week. Villa was poor.
Yeah.
Munich was poor. Away from home, you haven't got the comfort of the Emirates. You're on the road, and and it wasn't vintage. It wasn't, and the game was in the balance for a long period until that Odegaard goal in injury time. I mean, it's one mistake. I mean, there's a 1 point Saliba turned with a couple of minutes to go, turned to his own goal. I thought he was going to pass it back. There was a Wolves player there. Luckily for him, he spotted it. So you're one major mistake away from throwing it away. But all you can do is bat the ball back over the other side of the net for the opposition, and that's what they've done.
Yeah.
Liverpool tomorrow, and then City in midweek. And I think when Arsenal, people say, well, Arsenal haven't been great, and maybe they're faltering a little, and all that sort of stuff. They've got 3 points. And when anybody looks at City and Liverpool, can we look at them, both of those teams, and say, wow, indestructible? They are not. So Arsenal can do no more. As I say, the only thing that mattered today was not have 3 defeats in a week or 3 bad performances in a week. And they managed to thwart that. And it's over to you, Liverpool and Man City.
It's exactly right, Frank. They avoided that banana skin today. They go back from Molineux with 3 points. Now it's focusing on Chelsea on Tuesday.
Yeah, they did the job, and it wasn't easy because the first 40 minutes of the game, they were, for me, they were in control, but they weren't dangerous, and they were not the enthusiastic Arsenal that we are normally seeing. They were struggling because of what they had in their head, because of the 2 losses before in the week. But they showed character today, and it's what matters. They scored 2 goals in 2 crucial times, and they did what they had to do. They went very stronger in the second half. I think Arteta talked to them and he said you have to go higher on the field. You have to put more pressure on the Wolves team, and it's what they did. And for like 20 minutes, we went back to what we know about Arsenal, being very strong, creative. And after they went down a little bit again, but they managed to score with Odegaard's goal and to secure the score. That's as Kieran said, that's what matters right now. Getting the 3 points, keeping on working hard, and getting the confidence back after 2 losses. So yeah, they did the job.
Who's winning the league, Kieran?
It's so tough to call. It's really tough to call.
Putting people in the spot like that.
Oh no!
I mean, I've still got my
what a terrible person I am.
I've still got my $50 bet with Stevie. So
Yeah, you mentioned that about a minute before we came on air. Like, I give her stuff.
Yeah.
He said, "What about my bet with Stevie?" I said, "I don't know."
He still have Manchester City, quite clear favourites. 94 on, 72 for Arsenal, Liverpool the outsiders.
yeah, I mean, I think with Arsenal playing again on Tuesday, if they get a result against Chelsea, well, how many points will that be?
That's 4 points
4
clear.
points.
Well done, Kieran. Yeah.
I think that, you know, they might just nick it. They might.
3 + 1 equals.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not in the business of belittling people here. As you're doing it. I think this.
They've both got tough. They've all got tough run-ins.
Right, Brighton. You know, but when did City play after Arsenal, don't they?
Thursday, they play Brighton away.
So you're looking at Brighton up and down in different seasons.
Yep.
Forest fighting for their lives. I think they might have dropped some points there last year. Who the hell knows?
Good. Well,
And then it's not. I mean, look, it's all on paper, isn't it?
it is all on paper. So who's going to win the league, Kieran?
I'm still going to say Arsenal.
Because you used to play for Arsenal.
Well, because I got my bet with Stevie, so there's no point.
Well, that's not the analysis that we
Who's
want to
Luis
hear, is
Garcia
it?
got a bet with?
Say again? Who's what?
Luis Garcia got a bet with.
I don't know who Lewis. I got a bet
What are we
with.
going to do with these guys? We need to get some electrodes in their head or something. Try and sort of convince them.
I bet with Don Hutchinson. He bet that Arsenal wouldn't finish in the top 4. So that was a layup.
Tell you what, I wished I was here that day.
I know
I'd have waded right in.
You've got to jump in as well.